Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Paul from the Money Mob, and this is the Money Mob Black Business Podcast. I'm glad that you are here this evening, and I hope to really give you a very, very exciting interview, which I'm kind of looking forward to this. So look, for those who are unaware of who and what the Money Mob is all about, Money Mob is a buy black, crowdfunding, crowd purchase movement that uses group economics to support businesses. We use one of the tools and our claim to fame, which is the actual Money Mob event or the Money Mob experience, where we target a business. Usually the targeting is via a referral, and then we go visit the businesses, and if we think that this business fits our criteria, then we join our forces, we advertise, we promote using social media, radio, TV, and the like, and on a day and time, we mob that business. Usually when we're mobbing that business, it will be, 10 people may turn up or 110 people turn up. And each person has to spend a minimum with that business of £10 per person. And in that way, we inject finances directly to the business, but also we actually put them on the map more by advertising, promoting, and letting people know exactly where they are and what they do. So that's what we that's our main claim to fame. But we also have a media arm at which this podcast, or this week's podcast, is one of them. We also have a radio program that we will have out on Colorful Radio, as well as all of our various social media handles, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. So with that, I want to also make you aware that I'm actually broadcasting at Impact Brixton. This is where I'm doing my podcast. And Impact Brixton is a Black-owned, conscious-driven co-working space in the heart of Brixton. It's a space that offers you to register your business. There's business addresses, offices, as well as hot desking areas and event spaces, meeting rooms, and podcasting spaces, and a lot, believe me, a lot more. With the ambition of Impact Brixton, over the next few years, they aim to support not hundreds, thousands of people in regards to realizing their passion, and also the impact the community in a broader level. They're going to be using this space not only for networking, but also educational program and a lot more. For those who are interested in being a member of Impact Brixton, please go onto their website, and if you reference Paul from the Money Mob, you will get a 20% discount in regards to your membership fee. So that is it in regards to my my promotions, and I want to actually bring up our brother here. This particular gentleman is someone that I have known for quite a few years. We had the pleasure of interviewing him a few years ago. This is the man who traveled a lot, and I'm so glad to actually get a hold of him, because he's so busy, we don't get a chance to actually kind of contact him as we would like to. So I want to introduce our entrepreneur extraordinaire, Fardi Mohamed. Good evening, Fardi.
Good evening. Thank you for having me to the show today. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you again.
It's good to see you, sir. It is good to see you. I hope you're well.
Yes, I'm well.
Good. So for our viewing audience watching, please, Fardi, please introduce yourself to our viewing audience.
Okay, so I'm Fardi Mohamed, and I am the CEO, founder of SYS Groups. And we are a visual communication agency, so we help companies accelerate their digital transformations and open new growth opportunity with effective visual communication strategy. So we built visual marketing strategy for them. We create the content as well, so video, 3D animations, graphic design, brochure. And lately, we invested a lot on immersive technology. So we now help companies utilize immersive technology such as virtual reality and 360-degree video to communicate more effectively.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I have to ask you as a guest, I mean, you know, these are, you know, unprecedented times. We're in the middle of the second lockdown. How has business been for you, you know, during this time?
It's been really challenging for like everyone. Obviously, we are helping a lot of companies. We're covering a lot of events as well. We're working a lot in the B2B event industry, which has completely stopped. So it was a bit difficult to recover from it. But a lot of learning, and we had to transform ourselves as well to be able to face those challenges and looking at the future in a bright way. And so far, everything we've been doing works. So I'm pretty happy with that. So it's been challenging, but that challenge usually help you to come up with new ideas and new strategies. And so far, what we've been able to put in place works quite well.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. So Unisys visuals, you know, how long has it been going, and what was the inspiration behind the business?
I mean, I started business in 2014, and I mean, my background is a B2B videographer, so I used to produce a lot of videos for companies, so the inspiration was always to try to help companies and people to communicate better with visuals, basically. So I set up the company initially producing videos, and then we went on creating websites, 3D animations, and then very specific visual marketing strategy, and now we go into immersive technology. So it's going really well, but the goal is always the same, is to help businesses communicate more effectively with visuals, and to help them with that and support them with that. Because we believe visual is the most powerful way to communicate informations. And we believe as well that people have wonderful skills, businesses have wonderful value proposition, but the issue that remains is how to show it to the world. And we are here to help you to show your skills and your value propositions to the world in the most effective way.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to just go back to something that one of the technology that you talk about, the inverse technology.
Immersive, sorry.
Immersive.
That's my French. That's my French here.
Yes.
Immersive technology, it's essentially virtual reality, augmented reality, 360-degree video, and also mixed reality. So all those four technology are being called immersive technology.
Okay. Now, I have had the pleasure of having a 360 video done. So please just give our audience just a little idea, roughly, what that 360 idea of 360 technology kind of looks like. How do you feel?
I mean, it came from our clients, really. You know, we used to produce a lot of videos, and they always came to us and say, well, videos are great, but do you have anything better than a video? And as we know, video is the most powerful media right now to communicate information. So I was scratching my head and said, how can something be better than a video? And I'm a big geek as well, so I was looking at technology around me, and I found those 360 camera, which were able to actually not only film in a little rectangle, an image, but actually film the entire scene all together in the same time. And I said, here we go, that's better than a video because it's an immersive video. For the first time, the audience is not spectator to the actions, like now in a small screen, but part of the actions, where when you look at a 360-degree video, you are able to look all around and see behind you, up and down. So it's a new level of communications where the audience, it's not anymore a spectator, but an actor to the actions and have this freedom to look around and to interact within the actions that he's seen. So that's essentially what is 360-degree videos. We use special 360-degree video camera for that and editing software, but the production is obviously different because the point of view is not the same, but essentially the workflow is almost the same than the traditional video, which make it really cost effective for any business who wanted to use it.
Okay. Another technology that I was blessed to get an insight from yourself was the ocular lenses that that you kind of put on to your face, and you get that
Yes.
3D kind of feel. I mean, please again explain to us, you know, the concept and who would actually use that kind of where was it kind of aimed at? That technology.
I mean, it's called virtual reality. So when you look at 360 video, it's essentially a normal video that you can post on YouTube and Facebook, and will play in 360. So you can use your fingers or your mouse to just look around. The virtual reality is a bit different. It's a virtual reality headset that you put on your head, and that transports you into another world, we can say, another reality. It can be a 3D reality, so made of 3D objects, like for gaming, for example, or it can be as well a 360 video. So instead of looking at the screen, you actually put the headset on and you can actually look around. So I've got an example here actually of how it works, so you can understand. And I'll show you right now. This is a virtual reality headset, okay? So there is a screen inside, all right, a screen inside, a little bit like your mobile screen. And here you have actually two lenses, okay, that allows you to watch the screen. And you can plug headphones into there. And this is a Wi-Fi devices. So it's actually connected to the internet like your phone will do. So think of this like your phone. You can add application inside, so any applications that you want, video applications, booking applications, anything you can create for that headset, like a normal mobile phone. And you interact with that device with a remote control, for example, like this one, which like been interacting with your mouse, for example, into that world, and it's allows you to interact with this virtual world or 360-degree video, but in a more immersive way. You see, because you are not detached to the actions, you're actually looking at it with your own eyes, which make the experience more immersive. And what it does actually is for your brand, it feels like a real life memory. So we've seen that often when we showcase our 360-degree video. When someone look at a 360 video from his mobile phone, for example, yes, he has that immersive experience because he can move around, but he's still disconnected from the content. But when we get them to watch the same 360 video from the VR headset point of view, this is something happen. The memory feel as a real life experience because the person is more involved within the contents because his eyes are looking around as if he was there, basically. So the impact that a virtual reality headset has on the brain is more powerful than your mobile phone or your computers. And for your brain, it feels like a real life memories. So which is why the virtual reality headsets, to answer your questions, is being used for training, for example. It's been used for to overcome medical issues, for example. Just for example, they use it to get rid of fear of phobia. So if you have fear of heights, obviously, if we want to treat you, we have to put you on top of the building, which is impossible because you have fear of heights. So what virtual reality headset does, it transports you into the top of the building and force you to look down, knowing that you are in a safe environment and push your limits. And actually, people have been able to cure fear of phobia way faster than traditional method using VR. So that's, for example, it's just direction with the brand. So gaming is also a big thing. So the video gaming is more immersive and more interactive and engaging with virtual reality. And training as well, it's great. For example, a really good example for our Black community who love going to KFC and eat chicken. The KFC has a secret recipe, and they have to train everyone coming into the KFC onto the secret recipe method and how to do it. Training costs them a lot of money because you have to get the person to go to the kitchen, make some mistakes, throw some chicken, overcook the chicken. It's really costly for them. And they have a high turnover as well, because obviously people working in KFC are usually students and they don't stay for long. So it's a lot of money spent on training there. But what they realized and what they did is create a KFC application, training applications, where the trainee will come and put a headset on, be himself in the kitchen with Colonel Kentucky, teaching him how to cook and how to make KFC chicken. By using that methodology, they save millions of pounds on training because they did not have to bring the trainee into the KFC kitchen anymore. They just have to put a VR headset and do the cooking. And as like a video game, if you cook too much, you lose points. If it's good right, you get points, etc., etc. So there's many, many ways to use virtual reality headsets. In our hands, we use it for marketing because we know marketing, it's all about being visuals. It's all about creating memorable storytelling. And virtual reality is a powerful tool, the most powerful tool for storytelling and for marketing. So our aim is to use that technology to help businesses convey their story and communicate better with virtual reality. So we use it for real estate, for example. So instead of looking at a brochure, we create, the off-plan marketing markets. When you want to buy a property which is not built yet, you normally look at a brochure. Mm-hmm. Now, what we can do with the virtual reality headset is recreate the showroom virtually. So you actually put the headset on and looking around the flat that is not even built, as if you were there. The distance, the height, the depth is exactly the same as if you were there. So enable you to make a better buying decision and pre-selections based on a real life experience than on the image. So for marketing in real estate, it's fantastic. But I'm gonna stop here because I can talk all day long about it.
I think that is exactly fine. I remember when we spoke last year, you was at a boat show and you was showing people the actual experience and being on on one of these luxury boats, what I mean, going into the rooms and so on and so forth. It looked really, really really quite real. I mean, how did that go?
Yeah, I mean, what we did for the Monaco Yacht Show is what we do is we're looking for new ways to sell the show when the show is finished, because there's marketing strategies when the Monaco Yacht Show is over. They go around the world to market the show to sponsor partners and potential visitors. Traditionally, they use nice 2D videos and brochures when they go to trade show and events to share the experience of the show. But they wanted something more immersive, because the main question was always, yeah, but we don't really know how it feels like to be in the show. So what we've been doing is covering the show with our 360-degree video camera and create a 360-degree video storytelling of the show, where people put the VR headset and arrive in a helicopter, arrive onto a big yacht and have a tour of a wonderful yacht and drive beautiful cars, and so really experience the show as if they were there. And they've been able to use that tool on the social media, on their website, using the YouTube video version of it, but during trade show and events, using the VR headsets, and doing a face-to-face meeting with their partners and potential sponsors, they've been able to get them to put the headset on and be in the show and experience the show, experience how it's like to be there for real. And they had a great responses from it, actually. They've been able to communicate better around the show and explain better what the show is all about. But they've also been able to train people into the show. When you organize big events like this, you have a lot of volunteers as well. You have a lot of students and people working around the events who've never been there. And they've used the same video and the same VR headset to get them into the show and to train them and explain them this is what's going to happen, what you're going to be there. And it was a really good tool for induction as well.
Okay, okay, that sounds serious. All right. So, in regards to SYS Visuals, what is what is your main philosophy behind SYS Visuals? What's the philosophy behind it?
For us, it's do you know what SYS means?
I remember you mentioned it to me, but I've forgotten.
Yeah. So SYS, like you said, SYS means show your skills. Okay, show your skills. So that's essentially what we're all about. You know, we understand that people have talents, people have wonderful skills, businesses have extremely beautiful and effective value propositions to offer, but they're all struggling in showing it to the world. So what we're all about is to help them show what they are all about to the world by any means possible. Whether it's a video, whether it's an image, whether it's a photograph, whether it's a 360-degree video or 3D animations, the best way you can do to showcase your businesses to the world. The reason why we focus on visual, it's not coming out of the mood, is simply because we are visual beings. You know, we think in picture. That's the way we process information into the brain. So if you want to tell something to someone, you can write it, you can make a photo and illustrate it, or you can show it in form of a video or virtual reality. And being visual is the way we communicate information. And if you're not visuals, you won't be able to communicate your information anyway, because that's how we process this into the brain. So that's our philosophy behind visual and behind SYS show your skills. And so imagine if you remove any visuals from Facebook, it's no point to go on Facebook. If you remove every visual to any digital platform, it's no point to use any digital platform. When you look at any digital tool that we are using, whether it's a phone, a tablet, or mobile phone, it's a visual tool. You know, without screen, this tool means nothing. So if you look at the big changes happening this year, where we have roughly 5 years, we have lived 5 years of digital transformation in only 1 year. You know what I mean? It's accelerated so fast in 1 year. Digital transformation means businesses have to be visual, because digital transformation means visual transformations. Because if you want to interact into the digital world, you have to be visual, because we're using visual tools, visual platform into the digital world. So without being visual, you will not be able to communicate effectively, no matter what you do.
Okay. So just wanted to, as we're now getting closer to the crux of the show, what are your tips would be giving people who would be now looking into, getting into the visual production business? What would be the tips you would give them if they want to start?
The first tips, obviously, it's whatever you do, show it to the world. Show it, be visual. Whether it's a meeting, conversations, an idea, tips, anything, show it to the world. That's the only way you will be able to communicate effectively. So that's tips number one. Whatever you do, convert it into visual. If you are into writing, convert your writing into a visual, a video, for example, or maybe bits of it into like memes, or anything visual is great, and you need to think about that. Number two, I would probably say, I mean, it's a combination of tips, but I will, whatever you do, whatever business you're going to do, whether it's in the visual industry or any business you want to do, number one, assess, then plan, then execute, and measure. That's the 4 things you need to do before you do anything. Assess the industry you're gonna get in, assess your services, ask questions, assess whether there's a real market for it, whether your idea can work, not work, try it, assess it, number one. Once you assess it, develop a plan, a specific plan, marketing plan, sales plan, how you're going to get there. You know what I mean? A really good plan, and execute this plan exactly as planned, not going around or skipping part of it. Execute that exact plan and finally measure the return of it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have to redo it again, measure it, assess it again, replan it, re-execute and measure. And that's the way you're going to be able to be successful by doing these four things. And the last one, it will be something that I learned personally. It's delegate. Delegate no matter what. Don't try to do it yourself, everything, because you will never grow. You will never ever grow if you do not delegate. So if your objective is to grow, delegate.
All right, fantastic. Okay, and one of we almost get into the penultimate questions. What's your plans for the future? What's the plans for SYS Visual?
But the plan for us is still to help businesses and organizations to communicate more effectively with visuals. But our plan is really to invest a lot on immersive technology and to not only help organizations and businesses, but maybe help government as well. Because I think there's a huge potential in emerging countries like in Africa, essentially. And our plan is really to try to help Africa show their skills, show what they are all about. And that's pretty our plan for the future.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. So where could people contact you if they want to know more about show your skills, SYS Visuals? What's your contact details?
I mean, you can contact me by email directly if you have any questions at Fardi, so it's FARDI at SYSgroups.com. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. You can also go onto our website, new website, and it's a 360 website. So you better go on there and have a look at it. Okay. I bet you've never seen a website like this before.
Wow. Okay.
And the website is SYSgroups with an S.com. Have a look, and you can also contact me inside the website. There's a contact form, really interactive as well. So you'll be surprised going there and discover new things. So yeah, reach me on my website is probably better because you're gonna be able to experience something unique.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Okay. So Fardi, the last question is the money mob question, and it is this. And Fardi, if you was given one wish in regards to the Black community, what would that one wish be?
In regards to the Black community, I would probably wish for them to stop looking at the past completely and just look at the future, because the future for the Black community is bright, and if we focus on the future, that's the way we're going to be able to succeed. So stop looking at the past and just look at the future, because the future is bright for the Black community.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So with that, Fardi, I want to again thank you so much for coming on. I knew that it was going to be a good talk, and definitely it was. And for our viewers, please make sure that you you like, share, comment, but more importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. In regards to the contact details and description, they will be left in the actual dialogue. And as I said, make sure that you tell a friend about the Money Mob Black Business Podcast. As you can see, this is really serious guests, and it's very informative to take us into the future. So with that, I'm going to call it a close. And remember, support Black business, support the Money Mob, because it is definitely the future of Black economics. Have a good evening.
Thank you for having me today, Paul, and it's always a pleasure.
No problem. No problem. You take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.